Okay, I'm going to start out with Bonnie and Beyond Van Life. Now, she's got at least 3 videos where she's obsessing over this event that happened with her dog. Some lady was concerned for the welfare of her dog. The lady called the police, and the police eventually checked welfare of the dog, said everything's fine. But Bonnie and Beyond Van Life has got at least 3 separate videos on this. Now, I'm asking my viewers, do you think if Bonnie and Beyond Van Life had a boyfriend to make her happy, at least once a night, maybe once a night, maybe once in the morning or something like that? I'm just asking, do you think she'd mellow out if she had a boyfriend? I'm just asking that. Second, tomorrow's Saturday, tomorrow's a weekend. Now, do you really want a weekend, or wouldn't you prefer to have a strong end? That's what I've always thought. I thought a strong end was better than a weekend, but I don't know. I'm just asking you what you think on that. Now, third thing, now I don't know how many people here remember the TV show Sightings, but I wish they'd bring back a TV show like that, because that was really good. It was on through the mid '90s. It was, UFOs, ghosts, different stuff like that. Now, there was a lot of that's here on YouTube, so I guess it's just a little bit different variation of this TV show Sightings. Anyway, there was somebody that come on it that would periodically predict that, through the later 1990s, a big chunk of the United States would be flooded. Only some of the higher mountain peaks would stay dry. That obviously didn't happen. I'm not sure what their reasoning was on that, but they just I think they just doing that to scare everybody. I don't know, just my thoughts, because that obviously didn't happen. If you search Sightings, all the TV shows are here on YouTube, or they were. I haven't searched them in a long time. A bunch of other stuff. The next thing, now if you watch Rick DeBruhl's pretty good. His stuff is automotive. Now, he's done a few other videos. The vast majority of them for the past couple of years have been at the Martin Museum here in Phoenix. They got a collection of older cars, ones that have been restored. They're at the Martin Museum. Now, I'm asking, hey, maybe some fellow gearhead chick, 40s to 70 something, that wants to do a collab video with me at the Martin Museum. Now, I've never been in there. It's been on my bucket list just to go through there. And I need to call them and see what the admission is, see what they'll let you video stuff. Now, they let Rick DeBruhl video anything. I guess they let him video anything he wants, because he's done quite a variety of cars. And his videos are certainly worth Rick DeBruhl. That's his YouTube channel. It's his name and channel. I said, would some chick want to join me in a collab video from the Martin Museum? Leave me a message here if you're interested. Now, the last thing I want to cover, now I've covered this guy here a couple of times before, but not recently. Now, some people here will know who he is. Some people will not. It's Rudolf Hess. He was like a deputy Führer. He was with Hitler from early on. And, Hitler made him deputy Führer. Now, sometime in the early 1940s, he had this weird peace plan, proposed. Now, he was a pretty good pilot too. He borrowed a stolen ME-110, it's a fighter or bomber, one of those. But he had borrowed it and made his way to the UK. He let it crash and he bailed out. Now, he made his way. He had been friends with one of the British royal family, or maybe several of them, and he thought that he could negotiate some type of peace treaty that would leave Hitler, in power. I don't think anybody would ever have gone for it. I don't think Churchill would have gone for it. I don't think Roosevelt would have gone for it, or Stalin, or even Hitler himself. I don't think Hitler himself would have ever gone for it. Now, if I had been in Hess's shoes, instead of to the UK, I would have flown to Switzerland and asked for political asylum, and then I would have, made contact with the top generals and say, I want to stage a military coup. Remove Hitler from power. Not kill him, but just just remove him from power. Have a military junta. Just take over. That's what I would have done. Then Hess would have eventually took power as Führer, and then negotiate some type of peace treaty with both Soviet Union and the Soviet Union, the U.S. and the U.K. That's what I would have done. That would have left if Hess could have made it work. That would have left him in power. That would have left Nazi Germany in power. Because I'm not sure how well a peace treaty would have gone negotiated by Hess and the top generals. I just what I would have done, from Switzerland and not from the UK. But I said I can't I'm not a Nazi. I'm a red blood American. I can't put myself in the shoes of a Nazi. But that's just what I would have done. I'm asking my viewers, if you had been in Hess's shoes, would you have done that? Or would you have, followed a completely different path. That's one thing it's puzzled me exactly why Hess thought that he could have made that stupid peace treaty work. Now because that member of the British royal family had Hess promptly arrested. He spent the rest of his life in either prison, either in the UK, and after the war he was kept in West Berlin. Now, initially in the prison there was a handful of top Nazis, but Hess was the only one left through the early '90s. Hess lived to be a very old man, and everybody else wanted to let Hess go, but the Soviet Union wouldn't go for it. They wanted to keep a footprint in West Berlin, and that as long as Hess was there, that's what they were doing. There's some debate whether Hess died of old age on his own or somebody helped him. That's kind of lost to history. Anyway, I'm asking my viewers what they think on these things. Okay, love you. Let's make this life interesting. Bye-bye.